This is Joyner Lucas, Yay Not Crazy. He come on the joint looking like Yay.
Look, I got some bones to pick. You ain't heard no one as cold as this. Give me the stick, let me hold this shit. You make a move, I'ma blow this bitch. You about to get what you supposed to get. I don't know this trick. Why she keep blowing my phone and shit? But someone please tell me whose hold this is. Nigga, you know who the coldest is?
Dang, so he got girls he don't even know blowing his phone up. That's not whack. How she get your number though? Why she hitting you up? Are you picking up? Are you answering? Are you gonna talk to her? Oh, you know what? Probably marketing, yo. Probably marketing. That's how like popular people, rappers, whatever. That's how it's usually what happen. I mean, of course you have girls who just blowing you up because they just trying to get in, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, you know, personal relationship, sexual relationship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's not impossible. But I feel like a lot of women will try to get into the industry through marketing. You know what I'm saying? And they'll blow you up if you popping and you lit. They'll blow you up and try to, you know what I'm saying, get you as a client. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you gotta be careful because a lot of people in general, men and women who are in the entertainment industry, they'll try to get in through relationships. They won't necessarily lead with business all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it'll look like they trying to get in to smash when whole time they just trying to get you attached to them so that you can feel like you trust them enough to let them take care of everything. And now you a client, and now they want to ask you for money and they want to invoice you on something. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with that. And you trying to play them too. You think like, oh yeah, this girl, I'm lit. This girl hit me up. I'm about to play her and I'm about to smash this and that. And then next time, and the next thing you know, she trying to hit you with an invoice. Like what are you doing, yo? You know I was just trying to get in and get out. Or, you know what I'm saying? You know it wasn't business. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a get in, get out situation. You might keep her, or you know what I'm saying? It could be like cool, whatever. But if that shit don't start business, where the business come from? You know what I mean? So. But that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. That's another reason why I don't like dating too, because you know what I'm saying, I'm a content creator now. You know what I'm saying? I always have been, I feel like, you know what I mean, but definitely more so now than ever. You know what I'm saying? This is the most consistent I've been creating my own content than ever before. So, you know, now that I'm doing this, it's just like I don't really care to date too much because I don't want to get hit with like clout. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be dating women and then they start trying to clout the date because you know what I'm saying, I'm popular on my social media, or you know what I'm saying, every date turns into some type of business. Now, I used to be open to it. I used to have those conversations, but I'm at a point where I only want to work with experienced people. I only want to work with people who are proven to do it, and it has to be the exact deal that I want, because you know what I'm saying? If you just take any deal because somebody's experienced or they're famous or they already done it, you know what I'm saying? You might end up being left with nothing based on the deal that you accept. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with people who are in business of taking you for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their business model. Like I'm about to just take control of everything and then blow you up, and now none of it's yours. But you get to be there for, you know what I'm saying? You get to be there along for the ride or whatnot. But then they don't tell you nothing. You don't really get to learn nothing. You kind of just showing up and you're not really getting any money. So, you know, it's not the best deal. You know what I'm saying? So big boss reigns, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to always be in some form of control of what I'm doing, simply because I don't want to be left with nothing. It don't even make sense. I'm putting all my time and effort into this. I'm going to be left with nothing, and all my time's going into it. Don't even make sense. So that's that. Let's see what else Joyner Lucas talking about.
My Lambo got too many options. I don't even know what motors in. Nigga, you know whose flow this is? I just stole this shit. Niggas act like I ain't supposed to be rich. Like I ain't grow up where the roaches live. Like I ain't come up like, how do you spell crazy? G-E-N-I-U-S. How do you spell pay me? IRS. What you know about men?
Dang, he said, how do you spell crazy? And he spelled genius. Like genius is crazy. How do you spell pay me? IRS. So you gotta be legitimate with your funds, you know. I don't know if genius is crazy. I understand the idea of genius being crazy, but you can be genius and not be crazy. So that just is what that is.
When you live in hell
and you can be crazy and not be genius. So that's that too.
You out of meds. What the fuck is a meltdown? My meltdowns on a private jet. Labels ain't wanna sign a check. Then I got on my yay shit, turned every no to a solid yes. I don't care about what's popping now. Let the whole world know I am next. I ain't quit till I touch the sky or a nigga living on the ISS. Hold up. Yeah, he's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me? Yeah, he's not crazy. Well, maybe I am. Never thought I'd be a billionaire. Now I'm like, maybe I can. Jesus walks. Nigga, I ran. Sorry, I pissed you off. I do it again. Tell me what's greater than God and worse than the devil. I hate all the mind games. I'm tired of eating the scraps they left on the table. I need me an entree. I wasn't seeing success, so I had to switch and do the shit my way. Shorty ain't pay me no mind till I got a bitch that she with a ronde. Yeah, running red lights like fuck what the sign say. I just went back to the future to cop me a Urus and stun on my prom day. I'm having dinners with billionaire hitters. They looking at me.
Yo, he said I just went back to the future, caught me a Urus to stunt on my prom date. That's funny. That's a funny bar, yo. Cause the Urus ain't really Back to the Future car. It would be cool if he said the Back to the Future car, but the Urus is cool too, though. The Urus is a Lamborghini. That joint's cool too. So it kind of makes the bar a little less corny that he didn't use the Back to the Future car. I forgot what the DeLorean, Back to the Future car is a DeLorean, I think. But I don't know, that was pretty funny.
Back to the future to cop me a Urus and stun on my prom day. I'm having dinners with billionaire hitters. They look at.
But you know what he's saying? He's saying I went back to the future. You know, going back is like your prom date, going back, and then going back to the future. The Urus is a future car. It's the future him going back to stun on his prom date. That's just funny.
And me like a small change. Maybe one move to Miami and buy me some kilos and turn into Scarface. Yeah, they try to do me like Marilyn Manson. Back me inside of a corner and turn me to someone who shut up and dances. Someone who won't go to sway in the morning and telling me you don't got the answers. Someone afraid of taking a mic from niggas and taking my chances. I got a list of you niggas, I'm better than one of the greatest, but niggas don't mention them. Soon as they sleep and I pop a revenge in them, show put a dent in them. Bow. Being famous done fucked up my mental. I made so much money, I lost all my friends and I broke up the family, but kept all the realest ones. I'm not as sane as I feel I was. Hold up. Yeah, he's not crazy. Even if they try cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me? Yeah, he's not crazy. Well, maybe I am. Never thought I'd be a billionaire. Now I'm like, maybe I can. Jesus walks. Nigga, I ran. Sorry, I pissed you off. I do it again. Watch busters come check my wrist. Bitch, I'm lit. Hit just once, that bitch obsessed. Bitch, I'm blessed. 2 on point, I just don't miss.
Hold on, that drop was clean. He said, what'd he say? Watch my wrist. Bitch, I'm blessed.
If I do it again, watch busters come check my wrist. Bitch, I'm lit. Hit just
no, bitch, I'm lit.
Once that bitch obsessed.
Bitch, I'm blessed.
2 on point, I just don't miss. Way too fresh. So much drip, I can't do it. Major flex. I hope the industry better get used to me. I told them rappers they really just fooled me. Kill all these niggas and read them a eulogy. Ain't nothing much you can do to me. I got a check and then bought me some jewelry. They say I changed and I'm not what I used to be. I done got bigger, this shit feel like puberty. I know they better make room for me. And I'm tired of being the underdog that come along.
He said, I done got bigger and shit feel like puberty. They said I changed. So he talking about getting lit, man. He's talking about getting lit. He basically comparing getting lit with like Ye being crazy. As far as like Ye's not crazy, he just too lit, yo. Like Ye is too lit, man. Like he's at a point where like he done accomplished so many things, crashed so many barriers at the top as like a top artist, performer, fashion designer, like to the point where like his mind is on his mind is addressing things that the average person can't even see. You know what I'm saying? Like he has been involved with and is addressing things that the average person doesn't even know about or can't even see because just don't know what it's like to live on that level. You know what I'm saying? So Joyner Lucas sounds like he's coming from a perspective of like, man, I'm so lit now that I can see things that other people don't see, because he was talking about he lost friends. He's too rich. He lost friends. He said that earlier in the song. And so he's like, he basically surpassed the level of being able to connect with the average person. So now he's looking at Ye's behavior like, Ye's not crazy. That nigga just too lit. He just on some other shit that nobody knows. And I understand this because I'm lit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he talking about being lit. And you know what, man? Like, I feel like the biggest things, like once you start understanding like what there is to learn about the entertainment and music industry, you start realizing how much politics is involved. You know what I'm saying? It gets political in many different ways. There's agencies and associations that get involved with your everyday life that do things that you don't agree with because they're either they consider themselves either looking out for the public, or they're just working on their own agenda and their own interests, and they're just way bigger, way more powerful, way more people, way more resources. And you know, you might need them for something, or you might need them for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ye always seemed like the person who didn't need anybody for anything because he made his own beats and he raps. So as far as making a song, he don't really need nobody to make a song. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of collaborations, but he can make a song himself. So if he's in a situation where like people or associations are trying to force him to make the type of music they want him to make, and he's just like, nah, I want to make it like this, or, you know, he's trying to get, you know, he had a big thing about getting into the fashion industry and him being blocked off from the fashion industry. You know, the fashion industry, and just like many industries, you know, they're thinking about efficiency because they're already at the level that they need to be at to create what they want. So, you know, if you're making music, directing videos, going to label meetings and stuff like that, and the whole time you're trying to get these fashion deals, and they're just like, yo, we need 100 designs a week, and you haven't sent us one because you keep talking about you got to fly out and do this music video and you got to do this. Like, they don't want to be stressed out because you're not producing at the level you want to. And Ye seems like the type of person who he wants to do it himself. He's not going to put somebody else on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have no choice but to do that. And then find yourself in a situation where like you hand off the work to somebody and they fuck something up, and now you got to answer for it. It makes you look bad and it's your image. And you know what I'm saying? Like for example, if you had a ghostwriter, you know, if people have ghostwriters and then you had to do the song, but people think you wrote it and you just like, I ain't write this, man, I still got to do the song. Like, why do I have to do the song? Now you got an issue because people think that you're a whack lyricist because your ghostwriter is forcing you to do their song. And it might be because you owe them, and that's how meaningful the song is to them. That's how pressed they are to get the song out. And you might owe them for something. They're just like, yo, if you don't do this, then you can't come to me for nothing. You know, that's just one example, but that's how relationships be happening, man. You get pressed into situations because people always try to come back with, you owe me this, and this is how much I care about art. And, you know, so people be pressed to push their art out. But, you know, Kanye, he spoke publicly about a lot of different things. You know, the how Sway is what gets to me is, you know, Sway was trying to tell him, use your own resources to build what you want. And, you know, like that's like the duh advice. You know what I'm saying? That's the duh. Of course, use your own resources. If you want to keep creative control of your stuff, use your own money, use your own resources. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Dame Dash is one of the biggest speakers. You know what I'm saying? One of the most popular people who speak heavily on that mindset of being independent, using your own resources to create your own stuff, keep control of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kanye came under the Dame Dash camp with Rockefeller, Jay-Z. And then Sway was trying to, you know what I'm saying, talk about that with Kanye. And Kanye kept hitting him with the how Sway. So, you know, because of how strong Kanye was on the how, you can have no choice but to think that the nigga ain't got no resources. He can't, because his resources are probably all tied up in other deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, you know, when you're an independent person and you're trying to work at the highest level, sometimes you have no choice but to offer your resources as collateral and payment instead of actual cash money, because you just don't have the cash money and you still got to pay rent. How am I gonna give you cash money? I got to pay rent. So you can have my relationships, you can have these beats, you can have this music, you can have these videos, you can have this credit, you can have this, you know what I'm saying? So now he done gave everything away that it's not even Kanye no more. It's, you know what I'm saying? He done gave his resources to the fashion industry. So now all his relationships are owned by the fashion industry. Everybody who knows Kanye is getting sold fashion accessories, and then he might have gave his beats to whoever artist is on his label. So now every beat he makes, somebody has to deny it just for him to be able to use it. Or so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know his deals. I don't know the specifics behind his deals, but that'd be a real life situation. That'd be stuff that'd be happening. So it really be as simple as you're taking your time to create everything that you want, and you can't even use it because it's so tied up in so many different deals. You know what I'm saying? To the point where now you can't do nothing. Everything has to be approved before you can even think about it. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even look like you got a boss no more. It look like you got a master, like you're a slave and you got a master, and then you got public opinion and you got to do this for the public, and you know, so there was a lot of things that a lot of people don't think about, and it can drive a person crazy. It can force a person to to lash out and speak on it in ways to gain attention. You know what I'm saying? To gain attention so that you can try to have people recognize it, so that they can know that, you know, you're going through struggle, or that you need help. Because people look at Kanye and think he don't need help because he already lit. And the whole time Kanye probably do need help. So, you know, how do you help Kanye? You know what I'm saying? What do you give somebody who has everything? You know what I'm saying? So, and it might not specifically be, you know what I'm saying, like, when people look at it like, well, he's crying out for help, he needs help. Now they want to talk about therapy and him being bipolar and this extra shit. So he probably, you know, and then you got to also think too, the media straight up lies. Like, it lies. Like, it'll tell you one thing that's just false. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think Kanye might come out and say he's bipolar, and really he's not bipolar. You know what I'm saying? And he might be doing it just as a public stunt on some, like, well, I need help. Like, he probably needs, like, financial help, maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably, like, a lot of people don't know is that sometimes artists at the highest levels be broke, like can't pay rent broke, like behind on bills broke. You know what I'm saying? So he might be reaching out to family members or friends and past relationships who are like rich and who are paying all their bills and who have a little bit of money, and he's like, yo, like, people don't know that I actually need people to invest in me in my pocket. I need people to invest in my rent payment. Like, yeah, I have all these deals, Nike, Adidas, this and that, but those are manufacturing deals. Those are deals for them to produce stuff, not for them to pay me money. Because when the production flips and sells, that money goes back into producing more. You know what I'm saying? So he might not be taking money, cash assets in the pocket. You know what I mean? You don't really know until you know. You gotta look at the financial statements. You gotta look at the reports. You know what I'm saying, to know for sure. But a lot of manufacturing will flip into itself. Like, if you can get manufacturing to flip into itself, meaning that whatever gets produced creates enough income to keep producing, and you can have it do that forever, then you successfully created an everlasting brand, even though no money's going to anybody's pocket. You know what I'm saying? Except for maybe the employees. You know what I'm saying? You got to give money to the employees. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like government fundings and regulations like that. So it's business talk, man. It's smart business talk. But I could definitely see if Kanye's like, yo, I need help. There's no way for me to tell people I need help, because it might even be under a contract or within the deal, like non-disclosure, where you can't even tell people you broke. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, if people think you're broke, then you're not going to sell music, because your whole music collection is about being rich. You got jewels. This might not be just for Kanye, but just for any rapper. You got jewels. You got expensive cars, all this stuff in the video, which is clearly not yours. They hand it to you when you do the video, and they take it away when you get off set. You know what I'm saying? And then you get it back when you do the next video. And then they take it away when the video's in and you're off set. So it's not yours. It's just your image. So you can't come out to public and say, hey, I'm broke. Because now you might just be breaking an agreement, because the whole point is for people to think you're rich. So the workaround is, well, I'm going to just convince people I need help, convince people I'm bipolar so I can get the sympathy. And then hopefully through the sympathy, it can be clear to people that I need financial help, or I need people to actually like put money in my pocket. Because you think if you go to a show, you're putting money in Kanye's pocket, when really you're paying the producers of the show. You're paying the technical people who set up the sound, and you're paying the arena, and that's who you're paying. You're not paying Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be reasons why artists don't go to their shows. They be like, man, I ain't even going to that shit. I ain't making no money. What am I gonna go there for? You know what I'm saying? So it gets deep, man. It gets deep. But let's finish the video.
Shit going run along like nothing's wrong. I watched everybody get awards all summer long when I was eating on the fucking floor in the garage. That type of shit that drive a nigga nuts and up in arms, and now my brain isn't what it was. So fucking go on there. Oh! Hold up. Yeah, he's not crazy. Even if they try to cancel me, that ain't gon' faze me. Yeah, I sin. God forgave me. How the fuck I'm gon' change the world if they gon' change me?
How am I gonna change the world if they gonna change me? And yeah, man, people be getting changed too, yo. I don't even want to go too deep into that, because that involves like specific things that people don't know. But yeah, like I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it to where people can understand. But like they'll change people in a way of like, all right, like actors. Let's go with actors, yo. They'll like, an actor will play a role, right? And the role that they're playing will be far off from who they are in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? But they'll play that role so often, and they might even have the money to change the person's environment to have them feel that. Like, for example, let's say like this, boom. Let's say you're well off, all right? And you got money, you're making your money, you're paying your bills, boom, you're good to go. But you have an acting role to where you got to be broke. Like, you had to play broke. Like, what's that? Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. He had to be homeless with his son. I don't know if this happened to Will Smith, so I'm trying not to tie it, but that's just an example. But for example, like, they will control your, like, the deals be so big that they'll control your actual life to make you broke in real life. You'll be broke in real life. You'll be like, dang, yo, I'm broke as shit. I can't get a job. Nobody's hit me back. Boom, boom, boom. And it all be for a movie role. You know what I'm saying? So then, like, once the movie role is done and you finish the role, now you get to be back to your normal self, and you get your money back, and you get to relax and be, you know what I'm saying? So like, they'll do stuff like that, and it'll change people. Like, it'll like legitimately make you a different person. And sometimes you don't even be happy with the person who you are. You just be like, dang, I really had to go through that for 3 years just for a movie role, when really I didn't want to experience that ever in my life. Like, I worked my whole life to never feel like that, and I had to do that for 3 years because of a movie role. You know what I'm saying? And it be so deep that sometimes it'll happen, you don't even know it's for a movie role. Like that's how real it'll feel. Like, you'll be just stuck in real life, fucked up, don't know what to do, and then they'll surprise, it was for a movie role. Here's all your money back. You know what I'm saying? Here's your house back. You thought you lost it, you didn't. Here it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no surprise. I ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucked my life up. So now y'all owe me. Y'all owe me way more money than you thought. But that goes pretty deep, man. That goes pretty deep. You know, like, how is that possible? That's where my mind goes to. Like, how is that possible? I know a lot of people probably thinking, like, how is that even possible? How are they able to do that? And that's the question. That is the big question. How is it possible? How are they able to do that? And it gets political once you get closer to the answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get closer to the answer, it gets political, and then it gets whacked. So it just is what it is, man. There's just a lot, just a lot of these big brands and these big companies just have a lot of resources. They just have a lot of resources to where it almost turns into they can do whatever they want. So a lot of these top artists, they're just stuck in deals where the brands are doing whatever they want to them and they have no say. They can't say yes or no. They just stuck just being toyed with and played with. And, you know, that's where you get the whole puppet, like artists are puppets. That's where that comes from. And so, and the whole time you just trying to pay your bills and enjoy your relationships. That's really all you trying to do. Just pay your bills, enjoy your relationships, create, you know what I'm saying? Maybe get a message off to the audience, to your audience, you know what I'm saying? You can't even say what you want to your audience because you got deals and associations who might not want people to hear that because it might affect sales, you know what I'm saying? Or it might create political uproars. You know what I mean? Because you see entertainers becoming politicians nowadays. So, you know, any popular entertainer can just go live and just create a political uproar. Just like Kanye. Kanye did that. What did he say? This was back in the early 2000s. He's talking about George Bush don't like black people on MTV. So that was a really big political statement that just, you know what I'm saying, that lives on to this day, you know what I'm saying? So there'll be efforts to limit that. Like the brands put in efforts to limit that from being possible. So, you know what I mean? How is it possible that they can, if anybody can go on their tablet or their phone and go live at any time, how do you think they are curating what you're saying to the public before you're able to go live and say it? You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot more than just flagging a post. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot more than just flagging a post or taking down a post or doing, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot more than just that. So you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful.